No, even she wouldn't be that stupid.
Intrepid. She'd call it intrepid.
Yeah, OK, well, let's have a little bet on this, eh?
I'd love to. How much?
Oh, Night of Passion?
You know, that sounds really good. Who with?
Well, what do you mean, who with? With me?
With you? Well, what do I get if I win?
Oh, very good, Doyle. Very good. But you don't know what you're missing.
No. Neither do you.
Oh, fabulous. Well, this is nice. What is it? Serve yourself. What about your poor old son?
Oh, I'm sorry, boss. I thought you would have already had one.
Never seen anything in the regulations that stipulates only one cup of tea should be drunk per shift, have you?
No, I'll make you another one.
Thank you very much. Where are Cooper and Schultz with the lunches? This is getting ridiculous.
Oh, afternoon. Lovely weather for ducks.
Afternoon, McKinley.
Boss?
Just made.
Guys? What? Yeah, you just made me lose a bet too.
Right, so you didn't ride your bike in then, eh, Dash?
Are you kidding? Have you seen the weather out there? I gotta live. So what's the bet?
I'll give you a list of my available times.
Perhaps you'd consider getting into your uniform, McKinley. A full and happy day of assisting the waterlogged lies before you.
Radio.
God almighty, what happened to you? Nick?
I lost my hat.
Talk about drag through a hedge back.
Yeah, let's go get cleaned up.
Cooper, what's going on? What's happened?
We were driving up this track just off Ella Main Road, you know, where it bottoms out there. That truck jackknife that we radioed in, we just finished clearing it up with the SES.
Nasty.
Oh, no one was hurt. There were just pipes all over the intersection there. It took a while to clear it in the rain.
Nick! Nick! Well, OK, thanks.
Well?
I was hoping you could tell me.
He's having a shower.
All right, I'll hold.
You got everything squared away and took off?
Up the track, yeah. And the visibility was really bad because of the rain, and so I was driving slowly.
You okay? So you were driving slowly,
and then this kid just came out of nowhere.
You hit him?
Her. It was a little girl. No, I didn't hit her. I slammed on the brakes and I pulled the car over just by a few feet, I think.
So what happened?
Is Nick all right?
Can you tell us what's going on? Hello, Stella. It's Tom Croydon here. Is Dr. Hamilton on duty? I see. What about the duty doctor? Yes, I bet he is. So are we. No, it's just one of my officers is in shock. Word 2, maybe.
No, Nick's OK. He's in the shower.
Yeah, 1. Yeah, all right. Yeah, thank you. No, I'm sure you're right. Thanks. Bye, Stella. Zoe's over at the women's clinic. Have you got the number?
Yeah. Boss, I'll be fine.
Cooper, after what you've just been through, you're probably in shock now.
I don't need a doctor. I just need to get warm and then I'll be fine.
Please go and sit down.
He's not going to like it, boss.
Yes, well, I'm just about to speak to Dr. Hamilton, so I'll take her advice, not his.
Can you tell us what is going on?
Well, apparently Nick and Adam... hello, Dr. Hamilton, please. Tom Croydon, Mount Thomas Police. Anybody thought to get Nick a hot drink?
Yeah, I'll get it. Just knew what was happening.
No, I'll wait. It's all right.
I'm not going to the hospital.
Fair enough.
Well, he's organising it. He's phoning.
He's just being cautious, Adam. He's worried about you. We're all worried about you.
She just came out of nowhere. Wasn't waving her arms or anything. I hit the brakes and I pulled the car over, but I didn't look at the shoulder. I should have looked at the shoulder.
On what shoulder?
Of the road. I should have radioed before I got out of the car. But I just missed her. I could feel my heart going, you know? I just missed her.
Who?
The little kid. The little girl. Nick knew there was something wrong. He jumped out of the car and knelt down in the middle of the road with her. He was talking to her. Shouting. I mean, the rain was so loud you had to shout. I should have radioed. But instead, I got out and I screamed, "Nick! Get off the road!" She was crying. You could see even with the rain running down her face. So I knelt down too, in the middle of the road with the kid. I should have radioed. I should have looked at the shoulder.
Nick, you okay, mate?
Yeah, I'm just getting dressed.
Right, well, I'll just make you a cuppa.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks,
Bye-bye.
Zoe. Yeah, and if there's any sign... Yeah. Yeah, okay, thanks. Bye. Bye-bye. Shock and mild hypothermia, she reckons. She thinks she should take a look at him.
Well, he's not going to go.
I know. But she said she'd get here as soon as she can. In the meantime, no direct heat to try and keep him warm. How did you go with D24?
Well, there's no further developments from search and rescue.
Try media liaison. They might be able to give us an update. And get onto the police psychologist. I think we might have some work for him here.
And what are you going to do, boss?
I'm going to get on to Nick. He might be able to fill us in. Hey, haven't you taken that into him yet?
Yes, I'm on my way.
Thomas
Still
Police
hot.
Constable Joy speaking.
Nick? Sure. Nick? Nick? Didn't you hear us? Why didn't you answer?
Sorry, I was just trying to find my uniform, a spare uniform.
Yeah, why don't you get a hot drink into you?
No, look, I'll just get my uniform and I'll be
No,
right.
mate, you brought it back from the cleaners yesterday, didn't you?
No, it's in the locker room.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll get it for you.
Yeah, right.
Oh, boss, there's nothing from media liaison. Where do you think you're going with all your bits hanging out like that?
Sorry, Mark, it's early
Hey,
Christmas
do us a
present.
favour, will you?
Yeah, cheers.
I'll go and organise your uniform. Nick, who's Jenny? I'm not getting much sense out of Cooper.
Well, you never do you, really?
So who is Jenny?
Jenny, sisters. There was a kid on the road.
Yeah, well, Cooper told me that much. He said he nearly hit her.
Yeah, nearly hit her for 6, Adam. I got out of the car and I started yelling at this kid on the road. You know, what are you doing on the road? It's raining. Your parents know where you are, the whole act. And she started to cry. And it was not because of what I was saying to her. Sort of crying, there's something wrong. So what's wrong? What's wrong? And all she could say was, Jenny, 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 Jenny. Well, who's Jenny? Who's Jenny? She's my sister. I've lost her. How'd you lose her? How long ago? Well, what they were doing, they were walking along the bank of the creek watching all the sticks get carried by in the water. And the bank had collapsed. And this kid, Jenny, her sister, had fallen in the water. And you should have seen, the creek wasn't like a creek, mate. It was just burling along. It was a torrent. Shocking. And I thought, oh, there's nothing we can do. The only thing we can do is go find the body, But I couldn't tell that to the kid, could I, So I told Cooper, stay with this kid. You stay here, Adam. And she just pointed down to the creek, to that, that irrigation outlet, that pipe down there. I went on top of that, and I sort of looked in, and there she was in there. And there was a branch at the opening of it, and she was hooked up. Because they were wearing those, both of them, those reefer jackets you used to have as a kid? Oh, useless. They wouldn't keep the wet out, but these kids had them on. And Jenny had a red one on, and the hood of her jacket, it was caught on the branch, and she was screaming. She was screaming at me to help her. She called me, sir, help me, sir, help me, sir, help me. So we tied one end of the tow rope round to that sign. Was it just up there, don't dump rubbish or something? And the other end we tied round me, and then Cooper eased me over the pipe a bit more so I could get in further. I could reach out to her, and bang, I got her. I grabbed her. And just her arm. But I grabbed her, I had her. But I couldn't pull her out, I couldn't. The water was too strong. Pitch the water. Now, maybe she was snagged somewhere else, I didn't. Told Adam, I said, mate, go quick as you can. Quick as you can, Adam. Get on the radio. Get some help. Because I couldn't leave this kid. Adam. He took off, old Quickfoot Cooper. He must have knocked my hat off, because it fell into the pipe and past this kid. And she was screaming still, and I lost my hat.
Okay, well, no, what you need is a tarpaulin. No, we don't distribute those. You're going to have to try the CFA or the SES. No, that's my pleasure, Mrs. Walford. Thank you. Bye. A gum tree fell through and smashed her garage roof.
I should get changed.
Gotta get out of those cold socks. Yeah.
Who's gone?
What was gone?
The car. We'd got Nick down there, and he got a hold of her, but he couldn't get her out. So he told me to leave it and go on radio for help. He'd hang on to her. She was screaming. So I ran back up to the road, and it was gone. The car. So I stood in the road in the rain, and I looked up and down, and there wasn't anybody, and there was no car. It was gone. Well, I should have looked when I left it there, because I walked over to where I'd parked it, and it was there. It was there. but it was off the road in this lake. It was, or a dam thing. It was there.
It rolled off the road.
It just collapsed. The whole side of the road had just washed out. The whole side of the road was gone. And the car had rolled off and down into this lake. It was under the water. And I'd put her inside. The kid from the road, I'd put her inside.
So at the end of the world, you know, just bang, roaring in my ears, and I couldn't, you know, in the cold. Oh, cold, cold, cold. No place for brass monkeys. It was shocking. And I knew then we had to do something fast, you know, because Christ knows how long she would have been in there. Well, we had to do something fast. I knew that, but I couldn't leave her. I couldn't leave her. Could I?
No.
No.
I knew Nick had his hands full, couldn't help. So I slid down the bank into the water, and it looks clean from on top, you know? It's moving and it looks clean, but underneath it's just mud and crap. And I had to swim around to the other side because of all this stuff that had stacked up against
What
it.
about the kid? What about
Yeah, I know. On the other side, it was clearer, and I looked in through the window and I could see her. Oh, she must have got tossed around when the car went over because she wasn't moving. She looked like she was asleep. She was just cradled on the inside of the roof. And I had to get her out, you know? I dived back down and I smashed the window. And there was so much, it just rushed in and everything was rushing and moving and everything was fast, you know? And I couldn't find her, I couldn't see. And I was reaching out for her. And then her leg hit me in the head and I grabbed her leg and I pulled her towards me. And she was in my arms and I swam out and I pulled myself through the window and I got her to the surface. But then I couldn't get up the bank because it was too steep and there was water and mud and crap running down off the road and this kid was hurt. I didn't know how hurt she was, you know. All I knew is that I had to get her to some help. And Nick was on the other side with a little kid in the train. And I didn't know what to do.
I didn't know where Adam had gone off to. I didn't really know what I was supposed to do. You're the sergeant. What was I supposed to do? Any ideas? No. No. And I called for him a couple of times. Wasn't the answer. And then, you know, well, you just do all the old lines, don't you? And you'll be all right. You're a good girl. We'll have you out of there because you know the policeman. He's gone off to get help, and he'll be back soon, and he'll have you out, and you'll be home, and everything will be hunky-dory. But she'd stopped screaming then. She just stopped screaming, and she had gone all relaxed, you know, like it's like holding a bird or something. It was just there. And the water was a bastard, you know. It'd give up sometimes. And I thought, right, now, get her now. And bang, it'd hit you, you know. It'd come right back and it'd hit you like a train and bang up my back, my kidneys, bang. And then the branch went, you know. It had a go at me. It bloody took a chunk out of my scone. And I thought, oh no, sweet Jesus, you know, it's going to rip her to shreds. It's going to really rip her up. But it was like slow motion. It just popped over the top of her. You know, and then I just thought, oh, you know, if something like that happens, not a mark on her, you're going to be all right. It's going to be okay. We're going to get you out of here. And then something went in her shoulder, you know, and it popped. And She was a brave little girl. She didn't scream. She's a real little darling. I said, you look at me. You look at me. Just look at me. Just look at me.
Maybe... maybe she was already dead.
No. She wasn't looking at me. No. Her eyes were open. She wasn't looking at me, but she wasn't dead.
I mean, I knew she was alive, but I didn't know how hurt she was, you know, and I couldn't find my jacket. I can't remember taking it off, but it was gone. So I picked her up and I ran with her towards Freer's chicken farm and I got hot. I mean, a minute ago I thought I was going to freeze to death in the water, and now I was hot. So I just kept running and I was saying to her, it'll be okay, it'll be okay, it'll be okay.
It's 2 Ks from Watson's Creek to Freeze.
All I knew was that I had to get her to some help. And if I could get her there, they would look after her and I could get some help for Nick.
But then, you know, what happened was I couldn't feel her anymore. You know, like I couldn't feel my hand. I couldn't feel my arm. And I thought, oh, no, well, don't look away. Don't look away from her, Nick. Because if you look away, you might drop it because you can't feel what you're doing, you know. So don't look away. You just look at her. You got to stay with her. You got to stay with her. And then I thought, you know, here we go. She's starting to slip because I couldn't feel her. And I didn't know what I was doing with my hands because I couldn't feel my hands. So I tried to grip. And I said, no, don't do that. Don't try and change your grip because you can't feel your hands, you can't feel your arms. If you change your grip, you'll drop her, you'll just let her go. You've got to just be there, hang on to her. So, but she was slipping, you know. Not in the fingers, I couldn't feel it there, but just in the head, you know. She's going. She's going, so... Man, you stay there, you know, you stay there. You look at me, you look at me, look at me. I was yelling at her, look at me. And then, the pain in my hand came back and I thought, yes, there's some feeling there, so it's going to be okay, we're going to get through here. And I was just reaching out, you know, like, come on, you little try, come on, you just hang on there. And I was hanging on, and this pain was fantastic because, you know, I was just there like that, and we're going to get you out. We're going to get you out of here, kiddo. And then this pain starts moving down the arm, digging into my hand, going down to my fingers. And it was our old reefer jacket, you know. The zip was digging into my palm, and it was going away. And then she was slipping. And the pain didn't hurt anymore. Man, she was gone. Now, where was Adam?
Nick, Adam had problems of his own.
Poor old Adam. Just a bit of red rag spinning away down a pipe. Bang. Gone. I bumped into him up on the road. I bumped into him. Take her away out! What he said. Yeah. Is she still there? So So I said to Adam, where were you?
Nick was coming up the hill, and I could see the look in his eyes. He'd lost her. I stood up and I went over to the other side of the road because there, lying on the road, was my jacket. At least I found my jacket.
PJ, is Nick okay?
Oh, he will be. Adam, tell you what's going on?
Yeah, he's in there getting dressed. I tried search and rescue again, but there's no sign of the girl in the drain pipe. And D24 phone 3 said the other one's in hospital. She's going to be all right.
What do you mean the other one?
The one in the car.
No, I thought she was supposed to be on the road.
No, Adam put her into the... PJ, there's two stories here. Adam had to save the other little girl. That's why he couldn't get back to help Nick. She almost drowned as well.
Are you lot all on diets or something? These have been sitting on my counter for 2 hours.
Hi, Chris.
What's going on?
Well, Schulze must be making a bundle, eh? Getting his shirt straight, cleaned and all.
You know, Nick doesn't like ironing. Says it gives him a bad back.
Yeah. How you going, old son? You pulling up okay?
Oh, you know, PJ, sometimes you do things and you think maybe I should have done them in a different way, or... I mean, is it my fault?
I don't know, mate. You see, sometimes it doesn't matter which domino you pull out. The pile falls down anyway. Adam, we don't know she's dead, you know.
Can you just try and hold still?
Well, you're actually making it worse.
Just do as you're told for once in your life, will you?
I think it's could do with a couple of stitches.
Well, Zoe Hamilton be here soon.
Great.
Well, I think some butterfly clips in there. We should close it up for a while.
Where's my uniform?
Your PJ's beating it all right. Just settle down for a minute. God, you think you're dying.
How is he, boss?
Oh, he's in there giving us a hard time. I think he must be getting better.
Yeah, beautiful. Thanks,
Can
mate.
you just take that into the bedroom?
Thank
I'm
you.
just going to finish this.
Dash has just told me what's happened. Are they all right?
Oh, they'll be all right. Zoe's on her way. Oh, lunches. Thank God for that. Starting to think we might have to add starvation to the list. How much do I eat?
Well, don't worry about it. You can pay me later. The pies will need reheating, though. Oh, Adam, there's some food here for you if you like.
Oh, sorry, boss, we didn't get the lunches.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Here you go.
No, I'm not hungry.
Some food might help, you know.
I said I'm not hungry, all right?
Want me to go and
No, I
check
think you better leave him be.
I'm going to head over to the search site, see if I can get some more information.
Yeah, all right. Good idea.
Do you want me to come?
No, you stay here. Take care of him, all right?
Well, here, you'll need this as bucketing.
What about
now.
you?
Oh, I can wait.
No, no. Come.
Oh, oi.
Thank you.
Are you done?
Yep.
Come on. Right, good night. Now, can I run along and put my play clothes on now, Mum?
Yes, I could try.
Thank you very much. Thanks,
Hey, Nick,
Right.
maybe there's still a chance.
Sure.
You did your best.
Yeah, thanks, Maggie.
Yes, Mrs. Walford, I can understand that. No, but Mrs. Walford, what I'm saying is it's been 15 minutes. We've given all
I'm sorry, Chris.
out already.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Did you find the people that I suggested?
Oh,
And that's all that we can do. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Nick,
boss,
that's
what about
the
my
way.
gun?
Your gun?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't take it off. I left it. And it's all full of water.
Fill out a 47 and we'll send the gun off to ballistics.
Oh, but boss, shouldn't I? I mean,
It's not the end of the world. I mean, we'll get a temporary replacement while it's being fixed.
I'm sorry, boss.
Don't worry about it.
Well?
Yeah, looks like all that running paid off. Looks like she's going to be okay. I haven't got her talking yet, but she should be all right.
You see, I told you did good.
Yeah, I'm going to get this filled out as well.
Yeah. Huh? Okay. Doing the paperwork, are you?
Yeah.
Good man. You got old 47s. Reports of damage and loss.
Yeah, come on, this is...
Nah, just organising the paperwork here. Come on, mate. You want to do the running sheets or shall I do that? Go on, madam. I thought paperwork might be a bag.
Nick, Adam's done nothing wrong.
I know he's done nothing wrong. We're just organising the paperwork. There you go. Clear, but it's wet. That means it's damaged. And they're wet too. Now, what are we going to do about the car? Let's have a think about that, eh? What about parked on unstable ground? That should do for an
Nick,
excuse,
you
do
don't know
think?
what happened.
What about Jenny's parents? We better do one for her, eh? Hey?
Come on, Nick, Dash told
Do you
us
remember
what
Jenny?
happened.
She was the girl in the pipe.
Dash has told us what happened.
That's a bloody miracle because Dash wasn't even there.
Adam told me what happened.
I bet you he told you what happened. You tell him what you did? How you ran away and you panicked? Did you tell him that? Oh. You just fill out your bloody forms.
All
Go
right,
on.
Senior,
This
that's
is wrong.
enough.
You're wrong. You aren't the only one who was there. He was there too.
There was a little girl
He
there
had
too.
to look after that little girl. He had to get her out of a car.
Her sister was on the road.
He had to
should
get
have
her
left her and
He
come
had
down
to
and
make
helped
the
us.
choice. It is not his fault. It's not his fault.
You two need to talk to each other. I told you he had problems of his own. Now talk to him.
You talk to him. We should have saved that girl. You should have saved her. You let me down.
No, he didn't.
He ran away and left me alone. He let me down. He left me there alone. He left us alone. Oh. I don't know. I mean, after a while, I don't know what it is, whether it was the cold or the fatigue or just being there. I saw everything through her eyes. I saw it. She was me. She was me. I saw the water come down and take me under. I saw the opening of the pipe. I saw me screaming at her. I saw everything. Everything! And I shut my eyes and it wouldn't go away. Just like when the sun burns an image on the back of your eyes. I saw it all. We needed him. We needed him.
So did the other little girl.
What happened?
Not mine. There's nothing for missing persons. We'll call all the local stations first. Even if the girls weren't local, someone's going to have missed them and reported it. If we can get a name and find the parents, then we can at least let them know there's a problem. Yeah, I'll get onto it. Adam, do you want to split the list? You could do the towns in the north and I'll do the south. Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
Would you mind doing a description of the girl you saved? And we can circulate that while we make some other phone calls.
Yeah, she
and
was about 7 years old, 120 centimetres, bright yellow parka, blue jeans, blue sneakers. She had green eyes, blonde hair. She was really pretty. Her sister's name was Jenny. She was about 7. Is that enough?
Yeah, that's good.
I thought he got wet standing in the rain.
No, I didn't.
They've got the freers watering in from there.
The lines were down. There's trees blown over all the way down to Dales. When he got there, the only people in the house were old Mrs. Freer and her grandson. All the men were up at Stan Walker's sandbagging his house. Now, Cooper knew that the little girl's body temperature was low, so he used his brain. He sent the little boy up the road to dial 000. Then he got some blankets, wrapped the little girl up and stuck her in the incubating room with the old lady looking after her. And ran back to you.
He put her in with the chooks, did he?
Yeah.
Adam got back there about 5 minutes before Freer and his mates.
Must have run pretty fast then, mustn't he? Didn't he tell you what happened?
Nick! Shut up.
I've got somebody from site coming in, and the doctor. We'll have a proper debriefing in my office.
No, about 7.
Long hair, yellow parka, blue jeans.
No sign of Zoe yet?
The doctor inside an hour, he'd be joking.
Call the clinic again.
Boss,
No, it's all right, I'll look at it later.
I thought it was important.
It is important, but it can wait a few minutes.
Thanks very much. Bye.
I'll check them for you. Did you do mine?
No, not yet.
PJ! Why didn't you use it?
Mate, had your hat. Yeah, beauty. Yeah, it's wedged under a log. Might want to get that dry cleaned, eh? Yeah. Her name was Jennifer Walford.
How'd you know that?
Well, it was on a label inside a jacket.
She's, yes, a shame, isn't it?
Straight away, Mrs. Walford. Just wait there. Boss, that was the woman I've been speaking to most of the day. The tree branch crashed through her garage and into her convertible, and her husband went out to fix it. She went out as well, calling on a mobile for help. And the twins must have sneaked out to play in the rain. She only just realised they were gone a couple of minutes ago when she went to check. Her husband's out looking for them.
You didn't tell her, I heard.
No, she sounded really hysterical, so I said there was a problem and then we'd come and see her.
Right. Where do they live?
Over the hill at Wilson's Gully. I think the girls followed the creek down. All right, well, we better go and see them. Put my uniform on.
She's dead.
And I saw her die, Adam. I saw her die. And my best has been bugger all. And I haven't got the guts to blame myself. But I've got to blame somebody. I've got to be angry at somebody. Water's just water, I can't make it sorry. So I blame you. I blamed you.
I'm sorry.
Where are you guys going?
See the parents. Tell them about Jenny. Take them up to the hospital. The other girl's name's Margaret. I just called. She's talking now.
That's good. Hey, Dash, can you get Nick's hat?
Well, Nick's hat's all wet. What for?
We'll do this. What do you reckon, Nick?
Where are you going with that?
Nick wants it.
What for?
He's going to see the Walford.
No, he's not. He's staying here for Zoe Hamilton. Okay. Schultz, you are not going anywhere. You've probably got hypothermia, you've got a gash in your skull. You are waiting here for Dr. Hamilton and the psychologist, and so are you, Cooper.
He's right, mate. Yeah, probably. Yeah, mate, he's the boss.
Might be the best way for us to get through this.
I want you back here in an hour for that debriefing. What are you grinning at? Come on, you two, get out there. There's still plenty of work to do.